What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. Good morning. Happy Saturday, YouTube, at the Midnight Crew. Listen, what's going on, Midnight Crewers? This is your girl, Midnight, coming with some juicy topics. And yep, I'm coming with some juicy topics. It's kind of like bringing awareness to some updated news, okay? Then I want to talk about this juicy topic that is running trending on every social media site. And it does have to do with Miss Netta. I know I watch Miss Netta and I like her and Charles. I watch Miss Netta and Charles, honey. But still, listen, if it's out here on social media and it's been put out here, I'm definitely gonna speak on it because I just want to know y'all idea, your thoughts on it, because I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it, okay? Not necessarily saying that she was wrong for everything that she said, but I'm gonna tell you where she went wrong with what she did say. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just wait till we get to that part. However, I'm bringing up some juicy topics. So the first topic will be, wait a minute. This is the StreamYard link right here. So Midnight Cruise, when you come through, if you ever want to be invited into the StreamYard studios, you can press the link right there in the comment section, and that will give you an invite to be brought up to the studios, to be brought in to give a word or give an opinion, because everybody has a right to his or her opinion, point blank and period. Okay. What's going on, Miss Latanya? Good morning, or she says good afternoon, Miss Midnight. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you. I just got off TikTok listening to some stuff. Okay. So listen, I'm gonna turn my music off real quick because I got some clips to play on this. We're gonna speak on this one first. So for those of you who do not know about Brian Casey, one of the members from the group Jagged Edge, was recently in an accident, a car crash, and I got some things that I'm gonna put up here. But he was recently in an accident, a car crash. So we're gonna just send prayers to him and his family for speedy recovery, speedy healing, all that good stuff. But let me put up some clips. So if you don't know who Jagged Edge is, where you been? Have you been hiding under a rock? So Brandon has an identical twin in the group, Brandon and Brian. But Brandon was recently in a really horrible car accident, okay? And he was in the ICU for 5 days. I believe he's now been removed from the ICU and he is now just doing some recovering. But as I said, we're going to put prayers for a speedy recovery and healing for Brandon Casey from the group of Jagged Edge so that he heals, okay? This is his recent Instagram post because I follow both of the brothers, all four members actually. I follow on Instagram, but this is him, and posting up his post while he was in ICU. This is his status of what he put up. Okay, so it's so little I can't read, but I'm gonna tell you what he said he's dealing with: a broken neck, 5 broken ribs, skull fracture, and scalp lacerations. Those are his injuries that he's dealing with. So again, it's going to always be prayers. God definitely had his wings and blood all over him, because if you've seen the car, which I should have had, but you'll see it in the video. And this is this some country bumpkin shit though. He's in the hospital and they got a box fan running. They got box fans in the damn ICU unit. They don't have no shit. Hospitals is supposed to be a cold place. Hospitals is supposed to be a place where the air is supposed to be cool, honey. What the fuck is a box fan doing in the hospital room? Honey, please. Now, I said I had to laugh about that one when I seen that. Exactly. Prayers to Brandon Casey. And if you don't know who Jagged Edge, I got some clips though we finna show you, because that's where you're gonna see the car, okay? You're gonna see the car in that clip. But like I said, he is recovering. He was definitely covered by the blood of Jesus Christ himself. It wasn't his time, honey. We don't know the details of what caused that accident or whatnot. But brother is recovering. Just know that. Brother is in his healing stage right now. And even with all of those injuries, honey, he's still going to come up and rise out on top. Just hopefully that he'll still be able to entertain us as an entertainer. If not, he's not just an entertainer, though. You know that he also is what a writer. You know what I'm saying? He's also a producer, a writer, so he has wrote for many people. So, even if he's not able to perform the way that he can perform, because like when you're dealing with sculpt fractures and broken ribs and scalp lacerations and a broken neck, you may not be able to, do things that you once was able to do. You just may not be able to do that anymore. What's going on, Miss Osha? She says, hello, midnight and everybody. Hello. Hospitals are supposed to be cold to kill the bacteria. Exactly. So why is a box fan in the background, honey? That's my thing. Why the box fan in the back? I said, if that ain't some country bumpkin shit right there, because you ain't gonna need no hot in no hospital, honey. I used to work in one. You ain't gonna need no damn additional air, honey. If anything, them folks kept asking for warm blankets. If anything, they needed a warm blanket, honey, because it definitely stays cold in hospital settings. You know what I'm saying? Most time when you that's why a lot of people don't like staying there. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't like being there for so long because it be so cold, but it's just like you said, it's supposed to be that way. You don't want something like a hospital to be warm and growing, the bacteria is growing that way. Y'all also got to think about the air like that, the air quality in y'all houses sometime too. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people remain to be sick, because a lot of us like to keep our house to a certain temperature. If you keep it cooler, it keeps bacteria from spreading and growing. Yes, they have the box fans for them patients who can't sleep unless they have a fan. And yes, down in Central Supply, I've had one in Texas. Not a box fan. I can understand one of them table fans you put on like your, pull out table that you have in the hospital, that side table. You put a little ass fan on somebody, but a box fan, that's just super country, honey. I don't care. When we had fans in our hospital, they were like the kind of fans that you put your tray on. You know how you sit up and eat? You sit up and eat in the hospital, one of them little small fans that just blow right on you. Not no big ass country ass box fan. I just read about that. Yeah, so it's prayers to him. Hell, he might not be even, or he may not be hot, even though it's cold shit, okay? Period. That's country as hell. All them box fans. So for the ones who don't know nothing about Jagged Edge, I'm gonna play these two videos real quick, and then we're gonna go off into that netta subject, because that's what is juicy. That netta subject, I'm definitely gonna run it back on that one. But let this ride.
Casey from the group Jagged Edge was recently in a bad car accident where he totaled out his sports car. Thankfully, he was not seriously injured. He took to social media with the photo of the car and a post that read, "When you know God got you through it, you gotta say thank you. You gotta feel gratitude, not just speak it. Thank you, Father. I know I wouldn't be here without you, your grace and mercy. I'll probably never be the same, but I'm so grateful I'm here. Thank you, Jesus." Brandon also has a twin brother who is also in the group Jagged Edge. The group made its official debut in the 90s, singing R&B music, and was signed to the record label So Def. Today, Jagged Edge is still dropping albums, going on tours, and performing their hit singles from the 90s and early 2000s. Brandon did not go into details about the physical injuries he sustained from this accident, but let's hope that it's not going to hinder him from being able to perform and go on tour with his group, as we still are not for certain what he meant by saying this accident would change his life forever. We wish Brandon a speedy recovery and hope that he can get back on the music scene soon. To stay up to date on all celebrity news and gossip, please like this video, follow us on all social media platforms, and subscribe to us on YouTube. And we'll see you on the next one.
Okay, and then I'm gonna play this next clip. So this is just a little bit of history about who Brandon is, and a little history about Jagged Edge. I'm sure y'all know who Jagged Edge is. That's the the ghetto country. That's country as hell. Not the big box fan. Okay, you could have had a smaller fan than that, but giving somebody a big ass box fan. Let this one run.
Brandon Casey is an American R&B singer who is best known for being part of the group Jagged Edge. Casey was initially in a group named Twin AK. This band eventually developed into Jagged Edge. He has an identical twin brother named Brian, who is also a member of Jagged Edge. The group is known for their hit singles such as Let's Get Married, Where the Party At, and Promise. They have released 9 studio albums, 3 of which have been certified platinum by the RIAA. Brandon Casey is also a songwriter and producer who has worked with artists like Usher, Nelly, and Mariah Carey. Brandon Casey net worth. Casey has an estimated net worth of $10 million. He has earned most of his wealth from his music career with Jagged Edge and his solo projects. He also owns a record label called Hardcase Entertainment. Brandon Casey early life. Brandon Casey was born on October 13, 1975 in Hartford, Connecticut. He grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, where he attended Tri-Cities High School. He met his future bandmates Richard Wingo and Kyle Norman through a mutual friend, Candy Burris, who was a member of the girl group Escape. Burris introduced him to Jermaine Dupri, who signed him to his label So Def Recordings in 1995. Brandon and Brian Casey started singing at an early age and were influenced by groups like New Edition, Jodeci, and Boyz II Men. Brandon Casey relationship. Not only was Candy the one-time manager of Jagged Edge, she got involved with Brandon on a personal level. All of this, at one time, was a shock to the fans on Twitter. They were surprised about her relationship statuses and unsurprised about her still getting to the money way back then. They have a daughter named Imani. Brandon also dated Latavia Roberson. Brandon Casey personal life. Brandon Casey is a devout Christian who credits his faith for his success and happiness. He is also a philanthropist who supports various causes and charities, such as the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the Boys and Girls Club of America, and the American Cancer Society. He enjoys spending time with his family and friends, playing basketball, and traveling. He is also a fan of the Atlanta Falcons and the Atlanta Hawks too. Brandon Casey career. Brandon Casey began his career as a member of Jagged Edge in 1997. The group released their debut album A Jagged Era in the same year, which went gold and spawned the singles I Gotta Be and The Way That You Talk. Their second album Heyyyyyy Heartbreak in 2000 was their breakthrough success, selling over 2 million copies and featuring the hits Let's Get Married, He Can't Love You, and Promise. Their third album Jagged Little Thrill in 2001 continued their popularity, reaching #1 on the Billboard R&B/hip hop albums chart and producing the smash single Where the Party At with Nelly. The group followed up with 4 more albums, Hard in 2003, Jagged Edge in 2006, Baby Making Project in 2007, and The Remedy in 2011. All of these albums debuted within the top 10 of the Billboard 200 chart and received positive reviews from critics and fans alike. The group also collaborated with other artists such as Ludacris, Run DMC, Bow Wow, Ashanti, Alicia Keys, and Fabulous. In 2014, Jagged Edge released their 8th album Heyyyyyy Heartbreak 2, which was a sequel to their classic album from 2000. The album was well received by critics and fans who praised its nostalgic sound and mature lyrics. In 2017, the group released their 9th album Layover, which featured guest appearances from Snoop Dogg, Ghostface Killah, Styles P, and Cassidy. Brandon Casey houses and cars. Brandon Casey owns a mansion in Atlanta that he bought for $1.8 million in 2006. The house has 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, a pool, a spa, a gym, a theater room, and a recording studio. He also owns several luxury cars, such as a Bentley Continental GT, a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, a Range Rover Sport, and a Cadillac Escalade. About the accident. Brandon Casey, best known as a member of Jagged Edge, survived a brutal car accident that he says will change his life forever. On Sunday, September 17th, the R&B veteran shared an image of a totaled car on his Instagram. The black vehicle, presumably his, was completely wrecked in front and showed just how fortunate the 47-year-old is to still be alive. About Jagged Edge. Jagged Edge is an American R&B group from Atlanta, Georgia. The group, initially signed to record producer Jermaine Dupri's So Def recordings, is best known for their string of hit singles including Let's Get Married and Where the Party At, featuring Nelly, most of which were produced by Dupri. The group's members include identical twin lead singers Brian and Brandon Casey, as well as Richard Wingo and Kyle Norman. The group's debut album, A Jagged Era, 1997, performed modestly at the time of its release but achieved gold status. However, their subsequent albums until 2007 all became commercial successes, debuting within the top 10 of the Billboard 200. Wingo was a late addition to the group, added after a recommendation from Kandi Burruss of Xscape. Burruss was also the one who brought the group to the attention of Dupri, who signed them to his Columbia Records distributed imprint, So Def Recordings. The name Jagged Edge is derived from the song Snakes by rapper Old Dirty Bastard's debut album Return to the 36 Chambers, the dirty version, more specifically, the beginning of RZA's verse, which states, Jagged Edge, Rockhead God, hard as Stonehenge. Thanks for watching and kindly don't forget to subscribe. You may also like and share this video to family and friends.
Now, a couple pieces of information that was kind of falsified. Brandon and Kandi Burruss do not have no children in common. So Armani is Brandon's oldest daughter, but Kandi is not her mom. Because if you guys can remember back in some time before, years before, he was actually having some controversy with his daughter's mother. So they did, however, date. He did date Kandi Burruss in the past, just like he dated Lactavia from Destiny's Child. The group member Lactavia from Destiny's Child, he did date her too. But Armani, Brandon's oldest daughter, is not Kandi Burruss' child. They do not have children in common. Now, the juicy topic, again, is prayers to Mr. Brandon Casey, all of Jagged Edge, because I'm sure that they were all kind of like worried. You know how that go. They brothers, and he got a brother, Brandon. They twins. The finest, listen, Jagged Edge, I love all of them, but it always been the twins for me. It was the twins, Brandon and Brian Casey. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell who is who either because they're identical. I'm talking about they're identical twins. So, but all of them in the group of Jagged Edge, it's prayers to all of them. You know, they want him to come through and pull through as he will. You know what I'm saying? He's covered by the blood of Jesus. So that wreck did not take him. He may endure bruises and different things along the way medically that may affect him based off his injuries and things like that. Because when you talk about your head, okay, I'm talking about when you talk about your head, you got to worry about your brain and things like that. You know, swelling to the head and the brain, it could do a lot to you cognitively. You know what I'm saying? So this is why he's probably saying he will never be the same, because I don't know if it'll delay him some. His speech may be delayed. I don't know. You know, it's all kind of things happen like that. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with injuries to your cranium and your head. Now, the juicy topic right here is, and I'm finna touch base on this. Miss Netta, somebody who I also follow on TikTok. I follow her, Miss Netta and Charles. I follow both of them on TikTok. I follow both of them on Facebook. So she was on her TikTok recently, and this is trending. Recently she got on her TikTok going off. Now her going off, I don't never see no issue with that, because like I said, sometimes people can be very disrespectful when they come down your platform. And I just don't understand why people will stop somewhere that they really don't like the person. Why do you constantly watch them? So this is why I say some things that she do would not be a problem, because all of us as content creators do that. If somebody constantly taunts you on your page or watch you on your page and they claim they don't like you, they claim they don't like what it is you do, the content that you bring, why do you be one of those people to constantly watch me? That tells me that you do like me. You like something that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So her going off on people don't be the thing. But she did make a comment in reference to a lot of people say black women, but if you ask me, it's black culture as a whole. She wasn't really saying that she didn't like black women. She wasn't really saying that she didn't like black men. What I was getting from her video is that she didn't like black culture. So, I mean, to me, you being an African American man, though, because that's what you were born as a man, you live your life like a woman, but you were born an African American man. So you're African American, and the bulk of your following is also African American. What I was taking from what she said when she said she wanted to be a Caucasian, meaning you were saying to yourself that you don't like who you are, you don't like what you represent, and you don't like African American culture. So let's run this right here. I want y'all to listen to this first before we get into it, and I want y'all to put your thoughts and stuff in it, okay? Because I'm going to tell you what I think. Let this ride.
This is to all the black African American women. Listen at me and listen at me clearly. If you don't want me coming for you, then just stop fucking coming for me. Okay? And then you want to put it out there, Miss Netta don't like black women, but that's what she's trying to be. No, it's not. I ain't trying to be no motherfucking black woman. Because I can say some of the baddest things about some black ass women that I know. So hell no, I ain't trying to be no black woman. If that's the case, I want to be a white woman. Because they more smarter. Because y'all sit up, y'all act so damn ignorant and act like y'all don't know how to get shit. And y'all then you want to sit up and want shit given to you all the damn time. But then you want to cry about it. You know, so don't look at me and don't try to be, belittle me because I get on here and I fuss at you motherfuckers because y'all get on here, y'all do it. Ain't no white women on my page disrespecting me, cussing me out and all up in me and my husband business. Hell no, because they know how to mind their damn business, but you bitches don't. And then when I get on y'all ass, oh yeah, like black women. Bitch, no, I just don't like you. Okay? That be my point. I don't like you. It ain't about no black women or men. Because guess what? I get on the motherfucking men's too. And I know you see that. So it ain't just about no black women. So just put it out there that Miss Netta don't like black people. Okay? That's the case. I'd rather for you to say it like that than just to say I don't like black women. Just say I don't like black people.
Now, let me tell you something. After watching that, when she said, if you don't want her coming for you, stop coming for her. True. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Like, as I said before, if you truly do not like watching somebody and you don't like the content that they bring, why watch them? So she can come for whoever she want to come for. Because like I said, if people going to be without filters on their mouth and feel like they could say what they want to say on the internet and constantly come for somebody, people get tired of that. So if you don't like her coming for your ass, stop coming for her. She didn't send for you. That's really what that means. She not sending for you. So stop coming for her. And when she clap back, you don't like it. Well, stop sending for somebody that's not sending for you. That's really what that means. So that's not no problem. I don't find no problem with her saying that. Continue to do that because that's what I do as well. If I don't send for you, do not send for me. And if somebody say something to me that I want to address on any one of my platforms, I'm going to address it. Because if you truly just do not have a likeness for somebody, why do you watch them constantly? That's the problem. That's the problem that most people have anyway. But the problem was when she said this. When she said that she would rather be a Caucasian, that was the statement right there that set a lot of people off because, as I said before, the bulk of your following and supporters are African American females, and you may have also some males, and you also may have males from the community, the LGBTQ community. You may have some of those people over there too, because, like I said, you were born a man, but you live your life like a woman. You know what I'm saying? So when you said, I would rather be a white woman, that's where people had a problem with it because think about it. She ain't saying nothing that other African American females don't say about other African Americans. When you hear African American females speak like this, like, well, we are one race that cannot come together as women because it's a lot of envy, jealousy, conniving, and manipulation. It's a lot of that. A lot of African Americans say that as women about other African American women. That's not really bad that she said a lot of them are ignorant and a lot of them is XYZ, because this is what you hear a lot of people reference to black women as that, because it seems like black African American women have a hard time keeping up uplifting each other. They have a hard time with that. A lot of times they can't find themselves to do shit like that because they either be one jealous of somebody without reasoning, don't like you for without reasoning. They always feel like they have to speak on somebody without reasoning. So that's she's not really saying nothing bad there either, because this is something that you hear multiple people talk about. When you say why can everybody just get along, it goes into that narrative. Like you go into saying that black women are the only group of women who actually have a hard time actually supporting one another, encouraging one another, complimenting one another. That goes to say that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of black women find that hard to do. So I don't feel like that was wrong for her to say that either, because all black women talk like that sometimes, where they be trying to figure out why is African American women the culture of people that don't do those things or find things like that hard to do. It's always got to be something. So that's not it. It was when she was referencing herself saying that she wants to be a white woman, which is what I said. It's not really about pinpointing black women or black men. It's about black culture. She said, Miss Netta, you might as well say Miss Netta don't like black people. And that's what I picked up. That you were saying that you really do not like black culture. That's really what I was picking up off that. Now, I don't know how y'all interpret that, but to me, it's not just about African American females. And to me, it's not just about African American males. To me, it's about African American culture as a whole. That's what I was picking up. And this is why she will have a lot of backlash because, see, like I said, you're talking about the people, the bulk of your supporters that support you are brown people, black and brown. Now, you may have a diversity in your following because you have a big following base. But if you're saying that you don't like black culture, how would you feel if a lot of those black culture of people just stop following you or they stop supporting you because you're really saying to them that you don't like black folks, which you are also saying that you don't like yourself because you are still an African American. You will never fit the script of a Caucasian. And folks will never treat you as you are a Caucasian because your skin is dark and brown. Okay, that's something you cannot change. That's where people found a problem with that, because if they interpreted like I interpreted it, they interpreted that she's saying that she does not like black culture overall, which means you're saying that you don't truly like yourself. You're not really happy with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of putting your foot in your mouth because that would change the narrative for your following base. I'm just saying, even though I know that she came back and kind of try to clean that up, but people are going to look at that some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? They're going to feel some kind of way about it too, because it's like, wow, how can you say that or let that come out your mouth when the bulk of your following is black and brown people? The bulk of your supporters are black and brown people. The bulk of people you do business with are black and brown people, but you feel this way about African American people. That's what I picked up. So I just feel like maybe she was in that heat of the moment, she probably was talking too fast and really didn't realize what she had said, but it was already said and it was kind of like too late. So then you have to try to come back and clean it up, but you're going to have to do a lot of persuading now. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are going to feel different about even supporting her. Like, why will I support somebody who really truly do not like me? Or why would I support people who truly do not like their own kind? Because it's already like this narrative that's just goes to say this. A lot of black folks don't know how to support other black people, but shit, the bulk of your following is black though. You know, they watch your content, they share your content, they may be sending you cash apps, they come to your events. That's still a form of support. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you ain't never sent nobody a cash app ever. If you watch them regularly every day, that's still a form of support. If you are sharing them, that's still a form of support. If you are reacting to them, that's still somebody showing a form of support to you. So those people are having a hard time. Like, how dare she compare herself to something of a Caucasian when you know the back history of what African American people had to endure, and you will actually want to be a Caucasian? Miss Osha Key say facts, correct. She went overboard with that. I know she's not trying to do the Michael Jackson look. People are getting clout for both of them. Damn shame. I honestly believe she was talking to that one individual because of what the woman may have said. Nah, because you could have direct you. She definitely don't have no problem directing a person if she's individually speaking to somebody. That was for collectively a group of black women. Even if she was talking about someone, that was for a collective group of people. Because I'm sure she's definitely not one of those people who are afraid to definitely direct who she needs to direct. You were talking in general sense. You were talking in a collective manner. You weren't just talking in reference to one person, because it's not just one person that ridicule her. She get a lot of ridicule from a lot of different people. Okay, so when she do go on a rant, it's because she's fed up with a collective group of people. Okay, so then she's gonna address all of you at the same time, but you still kind of gotta watch. This is just something like saying like this. You got to watch what you say, because sometimes what you say out of your mouth can tarnish your own image. Okay, it can definitely damage you too. It can tarnish your own image, damage you as a content creator. That's why you got to just be careful about what you say, because like I said, most people are looking at it like how I am. When you make a statement like that and you comparing or referencing yourself to wanting to be a Caucasian, you basically saying that you don't like who you are because you are African American. And it wasn't just about African American females, it was about African American culture. That's what I picked up. So now I don't think she was too much so directing that to one person, because she would have been able to do that. She's done that before if that's something that she needed to do. Most times when she come up on rants like that, she's talking to a collective group of people from different platforms, because she's ridiculed on every platform, really. TikTok, Facebook, wherever else she at. If she got an Instagram, people are there. But see, that comes with being on the internet, people. I mean, when you are an influencer and you have a status like her and her husband have, you got to know in your head that everybody watching you is not going to have something pleasant to say about you. So you got to know how to deal with people accordingly. Because if you really don't know how to deal with people accordingly, then the internet or being an influencer may not be for you, because you don't know how to accordingly deal with people. There's not going to be nice things said about people. I mean, you come on, you don't even live in a life like that in your world, outside your house, in your world, in your actual reality. That's not what you're doing. When you go outside your door and you go at work, everybody at your job don't like you, don't jig with you. When you go in certain places in public, you may come across people who give you a certain look. They may not be fond of you. You may not have to know nothing about these people. That's life. That's life. That's what you call life. They said they like you and throwing fucking shade. Where they do that at? But people do that on the internet. That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. So if she doesn't like the black culture, she doesn't like herself. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's what I'm picking up. Cause when you said Miss Netta, you might as well say Miss Netta didn't like black people. That's saying that you don't like the overall African American culture, honey, which you are African American, okay? And true enough, we do have some African Americans that truly just do not like their own. Don't act like that don't exist. There's a lot of those as well. They what I call Uncle Toms to me. Those what I call Uncle Toms, A kissers, okay, Uncle Sam's, Those Oreos, you know what I'm saying? I call them those too. Cause you think you trying to fit a type of criteria to you trying to fit a type of criteria that you're never gonna fit. You're not gonna ever be accepted like that. Your skin is still black and brown at the end of the day. No matter what you try to do to connive other African American people, how you mistreat other African American people because you see these Caucasians doing it, you will never be something that they're gonna stick by. You'll never be something that they're gonna back up. Your job will be on the line first before one of theirs. So trust and believe me, you'll be on the line and crying before one of them would. Before one of them would ever fall, they will make sure your ass fall first. Okay, that's just the whole point. So you would never fit the script of that. So why would you even make that something that you say and think that people are not going to have a issue with that when the bulk of your following is African Americans? This is what I'm saying. The bulk of your supporters, skip them being a female or a male. That's not the point. The bulk of your following is African American people. And if she don't find some kind of way to figure that out or clean that up with her supporters and let them know in some kind of way that that was a mistake that she made, I won't be surprised if her numbers look different. I won't be surprised if people actually start unfollowing or not supporting her, and that will be her putting her foot in her mouth. See, that's why sometimes we have to think before we say things, because it could just damage you in the end. Okay, it could be just very tarnishing to your own image, damaging to you. You know what I'm saying? And you saying that without even thinking what kind of impact that statement will hold. Okay, so that's a whole meaning of just saying, I know people get upset. We already know that when people are upset, we all do it. When we all upset, a lot of times people say things that they don't truly mean when they upset, but then you have to find yourself doing the cleanup. You know what I'm saying? In some kind of way, you do say things that you don't mean when you are upset, and you don't think really rationally when you're upset what could be offensive to somebody because it's already done. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do that, so that's not out of the norm. I'm just saying it's just like, wow, not that you would rather be a Caucasian. Because I mean, we all as African American women already know that most African American females, they definitely cannot uplift another female. They definitely cannot support another female. It definitely be envy and jealousy in long lines. They don't even be having a valid reason of disliking you for real. Can't even give you a valid reason to why you dislike somebody. A lot of people like to roll off hearsay or somebody else's thoughts without giving somebody a chance or an opportunity to know them for yourself. That's just what happens in African American culture when it comes to females. That's the truth. So her saying that, that wasn't even out of the norm. That's truth. And everybody knows that to be the truth because a lot of African American females have even made statements to that nature saying that that wasn't the problem. Her going off on people, that's not the problem either. Hell, she can go off on whoever she want to go off on, as long as if they being disrespectful. Okay, if they being disrespectful to her, she could say what she want to say to a person. Stop watching her. As she said, if you don't want her coming for you, stop watching her and stop being the person that she's not sending for. So then when she sent for you, don't have a problem with it. But don't make yourself seem like when you come on your platform that you are discrediting African American culture altogether because you are African American. Okay, this is coming from an African American. This is what I'm saying. You are African American, and you're supposed to be very proud of who you are. You're supposed to love who you are. You're supposed to love the skin that you're in. You're supposed to love everything about that. So when you come on here and reference yourself to wanting to be something outside of your culture, you make people think some kind of way. You put light bulbs up, you know what I'm saying, in people's heads, especially African American people who support you. Because they're trying to figure out like what she mean by this. Why would she say that? This is what they're trying to see. I go with the flow. If you like me, Good. If not good, since I started being a creator, people threw shots at me and I fired back, hurting them. I mean, but that's no problem if people do that. People can defend what they want to defend, especially when yourself is involved. But it's just unfortunate that a lot of times people don't have reasoning for not liking folks. A lot of times people don't have validation behind why. And a lot of times you would like to have some kind of validation. So that's why I say a lot of people go off a lot of hearsay these days. See, I got a mind of my own. I don't let nobody dictate my thoughts. I don't let nobody dictate how I feel about another person either. I don't care if you got a problem with them, that's you. And that will be your problem, not mine. I don't make other people's problems mine, honey. Not at all. So this is what I be trying to tell people all the time. Like, listen, I don't care what kind of dilemma, what kind of disagreement anybody have with somebody on this internet. If Midnight don't have no disagreement or dilemma with them people, I'm not gonna make my problem a dilemma with them because XYZ don't like them. That's not what I do. I don't rock like that in my actual reality though. So I'm not that easily persuaded. I do my own homework. I do my own investigation on people who I feel like I want to do that on. And if I find out something that I feel is snaky about people, I cut them off then. You know what I'm saying? But I always give people benefit of doubt. I don't never roll off somebody else's thoughts or somebody else's perception. That would never be me. Because again, that's not how I rock in my actuality, in my reality. Okay. I gotta do if I've ever cut anybody off, if I ever cut you off, cut you off. Cause I am cold at cutting people off. If I've ever cut somebody off and cut ties and communications with them because I felt like I needed to do so, and it was solely my decision. And it was solely because I did my homework on that person. It was solely because that person may have done something, may have said something that I just choose to say, okay, a person, they need to go their way and I'm definitely gonna go mine. That's how I rock. So when y'all come across here, make sure y'all put some praying hands up for Brandon Casey out of Jagged Edge, you know, of him recently enduring a bad accident, recovering now. Prayers for him and his loved ones, his family, his bandmates, and things like that. It's prayers to them. And then just hopefully Miss Netta can really realize that that comment probably was one that you probably should have kept to you in yourself if that's truly how you think. Um, but you definitely gonna have to do some showing improvement to the people who you call supporters. They're gonna definitely want you to show improve. That's what they're gonna want to do. This is your girl Midnight. Make sure that when y'all coming across here on the replay, you press that subscribe button, okay? Because I brings all the juicy trending topics right here on my YouTube channel, The Midnight Crew, on Facebook as well. Midnight at Joanne's Gifted Hands. I finally went live on Instagram for the first time yesterday. So I the only platform I'm not able to go live on is TikTok, but you gotta have a level of fan bases over there or followers. So you gotta be at least over 1,000 or at 1,000. But I realized I can go live on Instagram. So I got other ways of going live. I know I'm kind of in a stumps on Facebook, but I got YouTube, I got Instagram, and I'm damn sure gonna be going live on TikTok very soon. Again, this is a true reminder to all of you people. I'm gonna say this right here again. My giveaway that was supposed to be taking place August 17th on Facebook it will be taking place over here live. You know what I'm saying? Because I was supposed to come out of my punishment or violation on Facebook around that time, either that day or maybe sometime around that day. But they don't never be on time when they let you out of violation. So it's gonna be over here. So all of them subscriber holders, if you're not in the place to be over here on YouTube that day, you're gonna miss out because I'm only gonna pay attention to the people who claim Everybody is going to go on my wheel. Everybody needs to migrate from midnight at Joanne Gifted Hands to Midnight Crew, where the live is going to happen over here, because I will not be out of violation over there. I don't think so, because that's dead on the day. Okay. And usually they are not on time letting you out of violations. They usually be days behind. So we still going to do the giveaway on time. I'm going to do it August 17, 2024 at 7 p.m. Central Time right here live on YouTube. So be over here for all of the subscription holders. Be over here for anybody who have a Facebook badge of any sort, whether you are a sharer, a star sender, a top fan, milestone follower, any of those badges, you have an opportunity to win a gift. Because I do have both of the gifts already. You have an opportunity to win a gift. So be over here on YouTube August 17th, 7 p.m. Central Time, because this is where it's going to happen at over here. So whomever is not here, I will keep spinning the wheel until we get somebody to claim, boo. That's how that's going to work. This is your girl, Midnight. Y'all be easy. Happy Saturday. Be safe. Midnight will be uploading some dinner tomorrow, because I am going to be cooking Sunday dinner. Will not tell you what I'm cooking. You would just have to watch the upload. This is your girl, Midnight. Holla back.